For many of you, you have just recently stepped into a leadership role and you're still trying to figure out how to be an effective leader, especially with all the demands and responsibilities that have been thrown on your plate. For some of you, you want to be in that leadership role, but you're not quite sure what skills you need to develop so that you can take your leadership to the next level and be recognized and receive that promotion. And then for some of you, you're on the other side of that coin. You've been in leadership for quite a while, and right now, it feels kind of stagnant. You need fresh vision. You want to have meaning and purpose again in your role. Man, I can relate. I've actually been in each of those situations. You see, the summer after my freshman year, I started working at a large summer camp called Pine Cove. Now, I immediately fell in love with it. I got paid to hang out with kids, drive boats, and just be silly and goofy. What's not to like about that? Now, as that first summer moved along, I started to desire to be in leadership. You see, I love being able to kind of invest in the campers, but I started noticing that there was a lot of college staff like myself who were longing for someone to come alongside them and help them grow and develop, especially in their leadership skills. Now, after that summer, I got promoted to leadership. In a lot of ways, I got fast-tracked through leadership. Each summer, when I was in college, I went back to Pine Cove, and each summer I had new leadership roles and responsibilities. Eventually, I graduated college and they hired me full-time and I became a camp director, which at the time, it was my dream job. We had 200 campers every single week of the summer, and I had a total staff of 120 in the summer. Now, during my time at Pine Cove, I learned a lot of lessons. And unfortunately, I learned a lot of lessons the hard way. You see, when you're fast-tracked into leadership, most of the time, you will eventually get promoted beyond your maturity. And trust me, my maturity came out. And even though I learned lessons the hard way, I learned some valuable experiences. Two of the most valuable lessons I learned. The first one is this. You see, when you move up in leadership, you will have less people around you wanting to invest in you. And I felt that. I was trying to spend my time investing in my team, but many times, especially when I was a camp director, I felt like I was on an island, like there was no one seeking me out to help me grow and develop. And to be honest, I had some seasons where I became pretty jaded and bitter, especially at my supervisors. But here's the lesson I learned. I have to own my own growth. My growth and development, it's not my supervisor's responsibility. They're just as busy, if not busier than I am. You see, my growth and development, it's my responsibility. And then another lesson in conjunction with that is that I have to be proactive with my growth and development. I have to seek it out. Books are really good, and I highly recommend reading books, especially on leadership, but I also need other people. I need to seek out people who are a little bit further along the journey than I am and invite them into my life so that I can learn from their experience. Now, thankfully, I've had lots of mentors over each phase of my leadership journey that have encouraged me, challenged me, and helped me grow as a leader. You know, as a result of those mentors pouring into my life, I started to develop a passion to help aspiring leaders like I was to maximize their potential. In fact, that's the reason why I started Shawn Co. To help leaders like yourself become the best version of yourself so that you can help others become the best version of themselves. You see, leadership, it's the key to personal and professional effectiveness. Leadership development is also the key when it comes to increasing employee engagement, raising staff morale, and creating healthy and sustainable organizational growth. But most importantly, leadership development is the key to living a fulfilled life, one that is marked by meaning, purpose, and passion. Because leadership development is so important, I'm really excited because over the next several weeks, we're going to go through a leadership development program that I created called Leading with Significance. You see, Leading with Significance, it's a one-on-one coaching program that identifies the 10 ingredients or qualities that every great leader has. And then you get to create a customized plan to help take your leadership to the next level, both personally and professionally. Now, Leading with Significance, it's a leadership intensive. It's normally 12 weeks. But instead, we're going to go through it in about 6 weeks where I give you the highlights and an outline that will help you lead with more significance and take your leadership to the next level. Now, if you want to go more in depth with your leadership and you want to go through the full Leading with Significance program that includes personalized one-on-one coaching, man, then click on our contact form on our website and fill that out, or send me a message via social media. And I'd love to chat with you more on how we can help you lead with significance. Now, here's our game plan for today. It's very simple. I want you to answer the question, are you a leader? And then explain why or why not. You see, the first step in leadership development is whether or not you consider yourself a leader and what you think makes a leader. Now, next session, we're going to talk more about that question. Let me leave you with our tweetable lesson. Leadership development is the key to making a difference in the lives of those around you and experiencing success and significance for yourself.